now gigantic companies are being developed on the back of AI. It's a similar but different disruption, right? So it's beautiful to see. And I think it's beautiful, and I get very philosophical about that, but I'm turning 50 next year. So it's beautiful for me as someone who's turning 50 soon, so still has quite some years to go, ideally, knock, knock, to see two of those movements. It would have taken like generations to have that. We are in a very exciting period in time, from my perspective, if you embrace it.
I was going to say, yes, if you want it to be. Now, if you want to try to go against the grain and fight it, then I think you're going to have a lot of black eyes and lumps and bruises over the next several years. But yeah, we had a gentleman on here. He's a angel investor. He runs his own family office, and he was one of the early investors in NVIDIA, and he was comparing it. He actually skipped over the internet, and he was comparing it to the printing press. It will change the world to the extent that the printing press did in, what was that, like the late 1800s, but pretty much the same perspective, where it is going to be exciting times over the next 5 to 10 years if you embrace it and lean into it.
Yeah.
Now,
printing press was a good example, because printing press was the first way to make information available.
Exactly.
Mass audience. The internet was a way to make all information accessible. And now AI is the way for you to not having to read that information, but basically to answer every question instantaneously with all information on the planet, right? So it's an evolution. It's great you're saying printing press, because it is technically all an evolution of access to information. And with that comes a lot of geopolitical disruption, because, and again, we're not going to go too philosophical here, but most governments, most countries, most dynamic of power has been with control of information over humanity exists, right? And when information gets liberated,
when it's free, when the information's like literally just freed, where everybody can access it, then
exactly. That's why it's so extremely interesting to from a consumer perspective, but also from an investment perspective, because once the stone starts rolling down the hill, it becomes really difficult to stop it at some point. And this is exactly what we're in with AI right now. Like, AI was around for 30 years.